Forgiving people in silence and not talking to them again is what we are going to be looking at in this video. Most times people do offend us. I don't know the gravity, I don't know how lenient or how grave that offense is. Some people has already experienced marital issues, relationship issues, and a whole lot of them. Imagine someone that nearly escaped death from a marital issue. How will he forgive, or he or she forgive his or her partner? Imagine someone that breaks up in a relationship. How is he or she going to forgive the other person, especially when the hurt goes deeper? But what people usually get confusing is, since we are told to forgive, just forgiving the person silently in your heart and sincerely not talking to the person again for your own betterment, is it good? Is it right or wrong? And looking at it from this side, you see that forgiving someone is not really very simple like that. Because when you just say I have forgiven the person, and then when your person speaks to you, you don't respond, you see, sometimes it shows that you don't really forgive the person. Because when you forgive and you don't let things go, you don't let the hurt thing go, some people will keep revenge in their mind, but still saying I have forgiven this person. So let's look at it, whether it's right or wrong to forgive and then keep back to yourself and not speaking to the person. Now let's look at it from both sides. Let's take marital issues for example. Imagine in a marital issue, the husband is beating the wife and the wife has opportunity to leave him. Don't you think that the wife will just decide, let me forgive this person my heart and then carry go with myself? I don't want issues again. Is that right or wrong? Do they have to reconcile, especially when they have children? If we are to speak on right or wrong in this particular issue, then we will get a lot of things confusing. If I'm to say about this, there is a place where you have to move on, you forgive and move on. But there is a place you have to approach the person, especially when you can. Now let me take for example, you had issues with your brother, a friend, and you just say I'm forgiving him or her in my mind, and then let me just move on. I don't think that usually works, especially when the person is still around you. Some cases like this, when that didn't affect death, hurting the person physically, and then doesn't equally involve emotional, deep, let me put it like this, deep emotional or verbal abuse. When someone hurts you, I think it's right to approach the person and then put that log out and everything is right. The disadvantage of personal forgiveness and silence, moving on, is that you will not be in contact with the person, you will not speak to the person, and the communication with the person has already deteriorated. And you don't know, maybe in future you might come across that person and he'll be the only person or she'll be the only person to help you. But since you're not in good communication with the person, not that the person won't help you, but you taking the courage to ask for the help. So you see that good communication between you and that person has already disappeared. But look at the other side, when you approach the person, it will equally encourage communication between you and the person. So finally, if you have such issues where it affects your life, where it affects your, when I mean feeling or emotions, I mean deep one, yes, because generally any hurting affects feeling. By deep one, I mean the one that can equally even make you to be too sensitive, and anything that happens you get shocked, something that keeps your life unstable. So that's the kind of forgiveness. We just let me move on with my life. I don't want to see this person. Whenever I see this person, I'm not okay. But when someone offends you, like maybe you are just doing something at a normal level, try to approach the person. I think that's a better one to do. Approach the person and sort out things with the person. And even if someone affects you emotionally or deep down, you even healthy and you have the opportunity to approach the person and the person really understands, let things sort out. It's not easy to do, but when you do it, you see that your life will be better than if you had not done it. Because when you are not in prayer with anybody, you will live your life more happier than whenever you remember someone, you'll be in regrets. Share this video with your friends because someone really needs this video. Don't forget to drop your comments, what you think about this. I'd love to see you in the next video.